where Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts, and the Super Bowl champion, Saquon, says they're top 5.
All time.
All time. Out
Along
here,
with 5 other teams, oddly, which would make them top 6.
Well, top 6 still in the top 5 discussion. Brew, are you expecting the Eagles to roll?
I think they're going to have a very good year. I'm not predicting necessarily back to the Super Bowl, but I think they are going to be one of the best teams in the league and have a chance to repeat. A chance.
Well, you know what I'm good. You want to go?
No, you go.
Here's what I'm interested in, because I asked a bad question. I was interested in the 2 roads of public, how we move forward, public facing from Jalen Hurts and Saquon. Saquon's like, you know what? We're a top 5 team all time. Let's kick it around. Let's talk about what we did. Let's look at it. Let's look at our first start, and let's look at that Washington game. Jalen Hurts, the previous week, was like, what do you have you been able to sort of absorb everything you've done? He's like, I'm talking about the 25-26 season. He is so locked in on the next season, where Saquon's doing a little bit of remember when. I wonder how those converge and who wins. I assume it will be Jalen Hurts, and everyone will be totally forward-looking, but Jalen Hurts is also more stoic than maybe every other.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Hurts has a much more, like you said, stoic. I don't want to say Saquon's the highest of professionals, but like they're different type of professionals, so to speak. I was surprised Brew's not sounding the alarm bell at those young kids hosting the podcast. And Brew doesn't like people under 30 hosting podcasts. Now, they are champions.
Is it going through the season? Yeah, they're champions already.
I mean, I guess.
I said either veterans or champions.
You know what? All right, touche. I think
otherwise, I'd be killing them.
I think that they are the only thing, and I'm not predicting this at all. I think that they have so much talent, and Hurts is so durable that I couldn't really see any way for their season to be derailed, right? For them to not make the playoffs. The only thing that could be a real fly in the ointment is the thing Brew has kicked around, which is, do the receivers say, okay, we gotten paid, we've gotten a ring, now we want the numbers, please. Like, we'd like to start building that Hall of Fame resume, and not even that Jalen can't, be a high-volume passer, but that isn't their best way to win.
And to be honest, we haven't seen that in the regular season. He's been great in the Super Bowls and some of these playoff games, but can he throw it consistently?
I just can't. This is just so asinine, man. At this point, I mean, it's just so absurd. If A.J. Brown, oh my God, I already went through all the numbers. I don't want to pull up all the stats again. But, like, if A.J. Brown and Devontae played the full season because they got banged up and stuff, the numbers, the stats, they would have been top 5, top 10 in receiving yards, in targets, in touchdowns, like all the fun stuff that wide receivers care about. So just stop with this nonsense. And stop with the nonsense that we've never seen Jalen Hurts do this. Like, just stop. Stop the madness already. I mean, it's just so tiring at this point. It really is. And then you're like, oh, you're concerned that Jalen Hurts is this way and Saquon Barkley is that way. Dude, Saquon Barkley is a significantly more lighthearted person than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is all about the business. He is all about... The dude for years had Kansas City confetti on his phone. I mean, he is just all about the business. And Saquon Barkley is still going to get after it. So yeah, he's still having a little bit of fun, enjoying. He feels like he's got a new lease on life of his career. He was going nowhere and nowhere fast with New York, and so he's grateful. But to think that, like, Saquon's not going to continue to put in the work and get after it, or that the rest of the team is just kind of like la-di-la. Dude, this team wants it. They absolutely want it. A.J. Brown, 2 days after winning the Super Bowl, was like, yeah, that was great. What do I love? I love the grind. I love the games themselves. I love the late workouts. People tried to twist that too before. They're like, oh, he just wants the numbers. No, dude, the dude just loves to put in the work. He's all about the journey, not the destination. I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles just have nothing but high-level character players. So, I mean, of course they're going to get after it. And Jalen Hurts from the jump was like, rent's due every single month. I mean, he said that years ago. To the point where I was like, and I always kind of call out athletes for this, but I get it. I'm always like, that's a little generic. I'm like, yeah, that's what everyone says. But then you kind of see how he goes about his life, and you're like, no, man, like, Jalen Hurts, like, embodies that. It is not lip service. It is not just like, here's a decent media soundbite. I know that's what I'm supposed to say, that nothing is given, etc., etc. Like, nah, he lives it. He lives it. And he knows better than anyone. He replaced a quarterback who should have, quite frankly, even with the injury, should have won the MVP. Who got paid a gajillion dollars at the time. And they were like, okay, see ya. So he knows. He's helped Nick Foles win a Super Bowl only to then not be the starting quarterback the following season. So that's what makes Jalen Hurts such an unbelievable leader. There's not going to be any fly in the ointment because the receivers are going to want to do this and do that. Dude, Devontae was in tears looking at Jalen Hurts. He couldn't even make eye contact with him because it was making him too emotional. Devontae feels the love, the connection, and quite frankly, a little indebted to Jalen Hurts, his quarterback. Jalen Hurts just delivered, actually really multiple times in multiple big time moments, but especially the Super Bowl, the biggest moment of Devontae's career, of his life in football. So just stop. Just stop already. If A.J. Brown played the full season, he would have had comparable numbers to what he had in years past with the Philadelphia Eagles, where he was very happy. We've never seen Jalen Hurts throw the ball a lot. Can we stop with that narrative? We're going to penalize Jalen Hurts for being a great, well-rounded quarterback who understands how to manage a game, how to use his legs. The Eagles are going to be penalized because they have a beast of Saquon Barkley. I just... Oh, my God. It really is never-ending. It really is. And I'm so tempted to just I'm dude, go show them the stats. But I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that every single Eagles video when they make a statement like this. Let me show you the stats, because then I'm just making the same video every time, and I don't want to be that guy. I want to, mix things up a little bit. But it's just when I see something like that, I'm just what are you talking about? It's just basic math. They missed a bunch of games, and if they didn't, they would have they both would have 1,000-yard seasons and beyond that. And like I said, they'd be up there at the top of the receiving statistics. So it's are you saying that that A.J. Brown and Devontae need to be 1 and 2? They both need to have more than Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase? What are you what are we inventing here? And I got news for you. Once you win a Super Bowl, there is no extra criticism. There is no fly in the ointment that they could be oh man, we're not going to win this way, or oh, it's not going to work. We got to throw the ball more. Or, you can't second guess what works because they've seen it work now and everyone's on board. It's about the team. It's about we, not me, which is the most generic thing you can say in sports. But they embody it. They truly embody it. Some teams it's lip service. Other teams it's not. And quite frankly, no one embodies that more than the leader, Jalen Hurts. And you can see that team loves Jalen Hurts. They all get behind him. You saw when he threw that touchdown, they went right up to Jen and were like, boy, man, do I love you. I mean, they will go to war for that man. And like I said, Jalen Hurts was practically a father to Devontae in that moment when he was crying. He was totally I got you. It's all good. I got you. And he was just like, it was awesome to see, quite frankly. It was awesome to see. Because Jalen Hurts is a man. Like, that's the difference. A lot of these players in the NFL, even quarterbacks, they can be mature, but they're kids wearing suits and ties, pretending. Jalen Hurts is a man. An absolute man. And a leader. And the team knows it and the team feels it. And now he's got the hardware to prove it. I mean, the dude's got all-time great Super Bowl records. A Super Bowl MVP. And, of course, the Super Bowl itself. I mean, like, he's reached that mountaintop. In a Super Bowl against Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes looked absolutely pedestrian, while Jalen Hurts was literally, by definition, historical. Tell me where you believe that a locker room is now going to somehow have a fly in the ointment because the receivers are going to say, I want Hall of Fame numbers. And the locker room is going to be like, yeah, man, we got to throw the ball more to A.J. Brown. Like, the delusion, the absurdity of this is insane. And if it ever became a problem, the small, teeny, tiny chance that it did, you got Howie Roseman as the GM, who would absolutely be able to flip a wide receiver like A.J. Brown into gold, into a gold mine, into an avalanche of just gold and diamonds. Not to mention, I'm almost positive that when Nick Sirianni got extended, A.J. Brown reached out to him and said, I'm with you to the end. Is that really from someone who's going to just, want to cause problems? I don't think so. John Clark, Philadelphia reporter. I don't know if he just does sports. I assume probably just does sports, but Philadelphia. A.J. Brown says he called Nick Sirianni to congratulate him and told his head coach that he will be with the Eagles as long as Nick is, and they will do it together. So go ahead. Come up with your fake forced drama, which is so funny because I understand why you got to do that with teams that aren't good. Teams that don't win. Teams like the Dallas Cowboys, the Cleveland Browns, the New York Giants. I mean, I can just keep going on and on and on. You don't have to do that for teams that are great. That the stories are what we see on the field. You understand this? We've actually never seen Jalen Hurts do this. In 2022, Jalen Hurts, according to PFF, was the 6th best passer in the NFL. And it would have been higher, it would be 5th, but Andy Dalton's in there, but he didn't play. How many games did he play? He played 14. So I guess that's within range then. That's fine. We can leave him in there. Above Tom Brady. He had a little better season than none other than Tom Brady. He was above Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, Brock Purdy, Mitch Trubisky, Trevor Lawrence, Kenny Pickett, Lamar Jackson, etc., etc., etc. Jared Goff. I don't know, man. Seems pretty good to me. I mean, he threw for 3,700 yards. And it's not like he played a 17-game season. So, again, it's like people want to be able to see him throw for like 4,000, 5,000 yards or something. And it's just like, I don't know what to tell you because they have a high efficiency passing offense. He's supposed to suffer consequences because of that. It's like you need to see him throw for 350, 400 yards against the New York Giants or something, against a trash team just to prove that he can. I mean, okay, I guess, because that leads to championships. You want to see him, has to have a 4 passing touchdown game against the Carolina Panthers? Okay. It's funny because in 2023, when he had a terrible defense, and it wasn't like his best season, obviously, he was still the 8th ranked best passer. Up there with Brock Purdy, Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff, Lamar, Kirk, Josh Allen, Dak, and Tua. He actually was better than Patrick Mahomes, who was at 81. And that was with an offensive coordinator who got fired, who was not good. Here, this was also, again, in 2023, his down year. Do the math with me. He threw for over 30 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He threw over 30 times for well over half the season. What do you want him to do? Throw the ball 30 times every single game? Do you want him to do something that they don't ask Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, or Patrick Mahomes to do? Like, I don't understand. I really don't. And in some of these games, he threw 31 times, a 74% completion percentage. 66% completion percentage. 67, 65, 76. Like, I don't understand. It's really outrageous here. And he won these games because this idea, oh, he can't win these games when they ask him to throw over blah, 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 blah. Really? Because how about here? He threw 33 times, 1. Threw 37 times, 1. Threw 37 times, 1. Threw 38 times, 1. Threw 38 times, 1. Threw 38 times, 1. I'm sorry he didn't win every single game. You're right. He should have gone undefeated and threw the ball 40 times a game and averaged 400 yards. Because then we could say, that's my quarterback. That Jalen Hurts. Now it's okay that he won the MVP in the Super Bowl. Now we can say, all right, that Jalen Hurts guy, he's pretty good. I saw him once throw 35 times, all 17 games. I mean, they lost a lot of games, but I saw it, and I know he's capable of doing it. I just, oh, God. It's just crazy to me. I don't know, man. I'm just going to have to leave it at that. I just don't get it. I really, really don't. It's funny, too, and this will be my last point, that he said, Brew said, the reason why I was trying to find the play, but it transitions right into a commercial, so I can't. But, you know, he says, oh, you know, he's been great in, like, the Super Bowl and the playoffs, and it's just, like, he says it so casually. Like, it's so easy to be absolutely elite and awesome and historic in Super Bowls and, like, NFC Championship games. Like, it's, like, the one thing that when a quarterback is great during the regular season, they're like, well, can he do it in the playoffs? Can he do it in the big games? And, like, Jalen Hurts literally proves he can multiple times, multiple Super Bowls, multiple playoff games. And it's like, well, can he do it week 4 against the 0-3 New York Giants? It's like, oh, bro, who cares? Who cares? I don't. Those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Philadelphia Eagles? How do you feel about this team this season? Are you concerned about Saquon Barkley enjoying the fact that he became a Super Bowl winner and escaped the I don't even know, the abyss of New York? And, you know, who do you think's going to win between Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts? And who do you think's going to win between the drama of the wide receivers and Jalen Hurts? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.